What is up, harvesters? Welcome back to the returning viewers, and if you're brand new here, welcome to Hobby Harvest. My name is Ken. So believe it or not, it is a little over 6 months until deer season. At least it is here in Wisconsin, and that would be about the middle of September. And we have a lot of work to get done in the deer woods before we get to the opening of the season. So in this video, we're going to go over what we should be focused on here during the spring, because there are some things that if you don't do them now in the spring, you're not going to have great success doing them later in the season. So number one on the list, we're going to get into it right away, is creating those bedding areas. So anywhere in your woods that you are trying to thicken up with regenerative growth, now is the time to get in there if you haven't already over the winter and get all of that high canopy out of there, all of that junk wood and junk growth out of there. Clean out those areas so you have a whole season of regenerative growth in those areas. So this is where you're trying to create those bedding areas, those buck bedding areas. Maybe you're just trying to thicken up some edges or feather some edges. This is the time of year you gotta get in there. You gotta get that stuff cleaned out of there so that you have a full year of regenerative growth coming out of everything. As soon as that water gets in there, that snow melts, the frost comes out of the ground, and of course we're going to start getting all of those spring rains, and then those warmer temperatures are really going to kick off all of those little twigs and all of that little growth in there, that which will turn into your regenerative growth. You need to give it from the beginning of this wet and warm season on to get full potential out of it this year. So the second thing you want to do is get your trail cameras out, take some inventory on them, get them cleaned up, get new batteries in them, get new cards in them, make sure they're working, and get them all set up for the new season. Now, if you guys are interested in getting new cameras for this coming season, this is a great time to introduce the sponsor of this video. We're out here today to introduce you guys to the GuardPro X60 Pro Max trail camera. It is a new trail camera that has all of the new features. Of course, it has all the old features as well. Some of them I will highlight for you here. Of course, it is a cell cam. It's going to send those pictures or those videos straight to your cell phone, so you don't have to come out here and actually check the camera. But the other awesome features that this camera has is that, first of all, you can live into the camera. So this was a feature I was very excited to have, especially for when I put it places like on food plots, which are behind the camera here, so that I can check in live into the camera to see how that food plot is growing after it's been planted. So a lot of times we're just at the mercy of having a deer or something walk in front of the camera to see how the area is looking. You may also want to see how much snow you've gotten. Maybe you put this out by your cabin up north or something in the middle of winter after deer season, so you get a full year of use out of it to see how much snow you guys got. I love the ability to live into the camera and see what the camera is seeing whenever I want to, and not be reliant on that camera having to have something move in front of it. Another awesome feature that this camera has is we are all done with AA batteries, guys. This thing comes with a lithium battery pack. It's included in your purchase of the trail camera. All you do is simply swap out the battery. You can buy extra battery packs if you want. They're going to run you about $20. They will be cheaper with the discount code, which I will leave linked down in the description for you. But those battery packs are about as expensive as it would be to fill this thing with AA lithium batteries anyway. And of course, you guys should be running lithium batteries in your trail cams. That makes sure that they stay at their optimal performance the entire life of the battery. If you're putting alkaline batteries in there, you're going to see as the battery level diminishes, the quality of performance of the camera is going to diminish along with it. So guys, it's just a huge savings on batteries. It's also, you're all done with the headache of having to pull each one of those little AA batteries out of the camera and have to replace them and stick them in your pockets, and you're dropping them on the ground and you're looking for them. Simple pack in, pack out, all done. These packs charge with the same charger that your phone uses. Yeah, guys, these cameras are awesome. High quality video, HD video, all of the things that you have come to expect from the trail cam videos that I share with you here on my channel, but with all of these additional features as well. Absolutely love these cameras. This camera has all of the features. You can do video, you can do photo. It works excellent at night. It has that no glow infrared flash, so you're not scaring off the deer herd every time it flashes in the middle of the night. You can check all of that stuff out instantly on your phone. You can also come download the stuff off of the camera directly if you need to do that. You will need to plug in a cord to do this. We're no longer using SD cards anymore, guys. We're in the future now. You guys also won't need to worry about buying a SIM card, as that is also included with these. If you guys are looking to get these to screw into a tree, they have that screw mount on the bottom of them, so you don't have to deal with those straps, although they do come with the strap as well. So whatever's going to work for you to get these mounted out in the woods. I absolutely love the screw in, crank in into the tree, screw the camera on top. Works perfectly to set these cameras up at whatever angle and whatever height I want to. Those are also available over at their site, so go check those out and use that discount code. Another feature I absolutely love is that I can change the sensitivity of the camera from my phone. So a lot of you guys might have cameras out there, you get a branch that's wagging in the wind or something, and it just fills up your camera's memory card, and by the time you go out and check it, you're like, what is this? I got a whole bunch of photos, a whole bunch of videos of absolutely nothing. If you know that the camera's doing that because it's a windy day, because it's of course sending them to your phone, you can change the sensitivity on the camera or change the delay on the camera to make sure that you're not filling up your camera's memory card with nonsense. And then you can crank that sensitivity right back up once the wind dies down. Awesome feature that these cameras have. They have other features as well, and that discount code is going to apply to all of those as well. So go hit up their website, check it out, see if there's anything on there that piques your interest, and don't forget to use that discount code that's down in the description. It'll get you guys 15% off, and good luck this season. So the next thing I want to talk about is stand assessment. So this is a great time to get out in the woods, take a look at your stands, check them out, see if they're safe, see what the winter did to them, see what those north winds did to them. Did they tear them apart? Did they make them so they're not safe? Get an assessment on them. It's not exactly the time of year that you need to absolutely get out there and fix them, because they're of course going to have the next 6 months to also get tore apart by all of the storms. But if a stand came down, if a stand is in rough shape, at least take a mental note of that and put that on the to-do list for over the next 6 months before the season starts. Now, it's also a good time of year to try to figure out where you want to put a new stand. Now, me personally, when I'm sitting in the stand hunting, I'm usually running through my mind of like, where could I put another stand? I see deer moving over there. Maybe we should try to get one in over there somewhere. But otherwise, go walk your woods now. Great time to walk your woods. Figure out where you want to put up a new stand. Figure out how you're going to get deer into there. So what I love to do is obviously put a mock scrape at every stand location. But if you want to open them up and get some food plots in there and near around those stand locations, make sure you're kind of assessing that and figuring out how you're going to do that as well. And then of course, those man-made deer trails, they're going to funnel the deer right in front of that stand. Open those up now. Get those deer using those already so that they're comfortable with them 6 months from now when the season opens. So that of course is a good transition into my next point, which is those mock scrapes. Make sure you go out and check all of your mock scrapes, get them cleaned up, get all of the leaves and debris and anything else that's kicked into them over the winter, get them scratched out, get them leveled out, because the deer will start using them. They do use them year round. If they're tore up, get a new stick on them. Or if you want to put in new mock scrapes, get those out now too, because again, the deer use them year round. You want to have 6 months worth of scent on them for when the season starts. You don't want to try putting up a mock scrape a week before you plan on hunting a stand, although I have had deer hit up mock scrapes that I've put up less than 12 hours later. But you do want as much deer scent on those as possible. Get them in the woods, get them set up, get the deer using them for the next 6 months so that they are just loaded with deer scent. When it's time to hunt, you got that working in your benefit. Now, the other thing on this list that you have to do this time of year is to frost seed. So if you guys plan on frost seeding switchgrass, if you plan on frost seeding clover, now is the time to get out there. As soon as that very first top layer of soil thaws out and there's a little bit of mud on top of that frost layer still, get that seed on the ground, get it out there. And that is what's going to be the best thing to get those seeds really sunk into the soil, get them wet from all of the moisture that's in the ground this time of year. You're going to get good germination because of that, and they're going to stay moist to keep that seedling growing once it warms up enough for them to start growing. So great time of year to get out there, get that seed on the ground if you guys do intend on getting switchgrass established or getting those clover food plots in. If you guys want more information, more in-depth information on how to get switchgrass established, I have dedicated videos to that. It's way too complex of a thing to go over in this video, but just so you know, it is the time of year to start getting started on that. So go check out those other videos if you are interested in getting some switchgrass established. Now the next thing on the list is, while you're out there, get your trails cleaned up. So you're going to be out there going in through your accesses, walking down those man-made deer trails that you have that funnel the deer into your stand locations. Throw the sticks out. I was just out with my daughter the other day, and we were just chucking sticks off into the woods that had fallen down onto the trails. Now you will need to clean up these trails again after all of the summer growth, before the season starts, because of course every stick's going to try to fill that gap in the woods that you created. But it's a great time to at least get all of the deadfall and anything out of there. If a big old tree fell down and you're going to have to put some chainsaw time in to open those trails back up, great time while you're out there assessing those deer stands to also assess how much chainsaw time you have to clean your woods back open again if you've had those heavy snows come and weigh down those branches and knock them off the trees. All right, if you guys feel like you got some value out of this video, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you go check out that discount code for those trail cameras. If you really enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy this one. Otherwise, go check out this one, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.